everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Friday Craft Day. Well, I have a couple of things today. I have what I would say is a mini haul. I mean mini, but I'm going to share a couple of things that I got from Amazon and some florals from Michael's with you. And then we're going to decorate the three-tiered tray. And I wish you could see this table. It is covered with a bunch of stuff because I really don't have the clue of what I'm going to put in this tray. We're going to figure that out together. I have an idea of something, you know, colors and so, but not really. So, but that's what we're going to be doing today. I wish you could see my craft room, the upstairs craft room, the second bedroom actually. It is just destroyed with buckets and bags of spring stuff, and that's just the stuff that's in my closet up here. So I'm trying to get it out and open it all up and see what I have to work with. A lot of it is Easter, and I'm going to do some Easter probably in the living room, the family room, and the baker's rack, but I don't think I'm doing Easter out here in the kitchen too much because I'll keep this one up pretty much into the middle of the summer probably. So I'm going to probably start with the three-tiered tray so that we can get some of the stuff off the table and give us some more room to make, to see the things that I got at the Amazon and Michael's. So let me take you down to the table and we'll get busy with the three-tiered tray. Be right back. Oh, by the way, last time when I did the lantern, I got a couple of comments that said it was difficult to see, and it did look dark to me also. So I have added some additional lighting here, and I hope that'll make it better for you all. I'll be right back. Now, when I say my my table is covered with a bunch of stuff, I mean it's covered with a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to start with a three-tiered tray. And this is the bottom of my three-tiered tray. And you can see it does come apart. So I'm going to be using this. This is what I bought for the Forever wreath, but it wasn't a very expensive one, and it tore on the back and it lost its hanger. So I think I can put it right in this tray, and that's what I'm planning on. So we'd start with putting this down inside the tray. Okay, and this plastic piece does fit right down inside this. And it really makes a pretty background. And then this was the tulip wreath that we made to go inside of it, and guess what? It can still sit inside of it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now here are the rest of the pieces to the tray, and I have got to now find the screw and screw it back on. And it may take a little bit of time. Oh, it's coming. Oh, that didn't take as much time as I thought it would. That one is a little crooked. It has always been crooked, but I really don't want to force it too much there. Okay, so now on this level, I have put a couple of pipe cleaners up through the bottom. Actually, I only have one right now. And I have some mesh that is very much the same color as that flower, the tulip. And I just have a few little ruffles that I'm going to add by putting them in this pipe cleaner. Now I have 2 more ruffles, and I should have 2 more pipe cleaners, or pieces of pipe cleaner. Okay, I got one there, and we'll put, these will go right up through the bottom, and you won't see them because of all of the things that are in there. I thought this mesh was so pretty with this color matching pretty close to the tulips. It's a little more orangey, but some of the tulips are kind of on the orange side. And we'll do one more. Oop. The bottom of this, let me get this placemat out from underneath it, is actually on like a Lazy Susan, but I twisted it the wrong way and I was unscrewing it again. And these are about 10-inch pieces. Actually, it's leftover, so I didn't measure it. That's pretty. And I've got these little bunches of flowers that we can put in here. I must have lost a blossom. I'm going to try to get this around this flower. That pipe cleaner, it's not a very big piece, but it will help hold it down. There you go. And one more little piece. I think this one needs to be moved a little. Very nice, I like that. Now the other thing that goes good for spring, I think, are lemons. So I have some, or frogs. I've got lemons and I've got frogs. Not really, don't want to put too much here. I think this is enough. I have these cute little frogs. Oh, I think that's cute. Can you see them here? Yep. I have 4 of them. We'll see if we can find to put them. Now for the top level, let me just lift you up just a little bit. I have some more of this flower. Kind of like a garland. This was part of the garland and I cut it apart. I think we'll put one more because I like to do threes, but I don't think I can put one down at the bottom because I haven't got a flat spot. Nope. There we go. I love I look at the butterfly on the nose. Those came from Hobby Lobby. Now the only other thing I want to do is to bring some of these tulips up to the top because this color is here, this color is here. And I have some more of the tulips. My goodness. I was going to say that was a tough tulip. Oh, sorry. I'm not in the camera because I'm working on the top. But I'm just cutting these off of the stem. I'll come down for a bit. You can see what I'm doing. These tulips came from Michael's last year. They had, you know, like every color you could think of. And I think they were only $1.99 a bunch. So they're very reasonable. And I have a milk jar. Well, I have a ball jar that I painted with paint. And I'm going to try putting some of these in here. Now it has to go in between these. Up again. If I've got the milk jar there, I think I'll move the frog over here a little bit. Wow, I think that is pretty. There's a couple of little yellow blossoms. I got yellow in the middle. Let's just get a couple of yellow at the top. No, I don't want to disturb that. That's just fine the way it is. Oh, lemon down. I think that is perfect. Let me back it up. I'm going to put it where it goes when I show it to you. Can't quite get all three of them here, but when I put it on the other wall, you'll be able to see it. That is beautiful, and boy, does that look like spring. Does that look like spring? And I had my little beaded, but I don't think I even need it. I think we've got plenty. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. Now, before I put that over there, let me just push it back. Just wanted to share the few things that I got. I got a box of candles from Amazon. And I got a box of 6 of them. And they're actually made so you can use them outside. The bottom is sealed. In other words, you put your batteries in here. They take AA's. And then there's a gasket to keep it like water sealed. And these were about, I think $30, but there's six candles. I'll bring you down, sorry. 6 candles in the box, and I have got one that I've already put the batteries in. It comes with a remote control for a timer, and there's 2, 4, 6, and 8 timers. And they have a flickering action. I don't know if you can see it. I needed to replace some of my candles. Now these, I believe, are 6 inches, and that's perfect for for all of my lanterns. You couldn't get them taller than that. They'd be too big for the lantern. And the other thing I got from from Amazon, is a new tablecloth for this table. And I think you can see the spring colors in it. It has pinks and greens and yellows, and I think it has purples too. So that'll be one of the next projects. When we go to do the lantern, we'll probably put the lantern on the table, and we'll have a pretty tablecloth for the spring. And this was not very expensive. It was under $20. Very pretty. And it's a nice heavy material. So I have to get out the old iron and get that ready. So that's my Amazon. Then I went to Michael's, and I wanted 2 kinds of flowers because there's 2 flowers that say spring to me. And all of these were $5.99. Yes. No. The 2 forsythias were $3.59 a piece. And look at the size of these. I love forsythia. And I couldn't get any at Hobby Lobby. They said they were out of stock. We'll have to find out where that goes. So what I'm planning for this, I believe, is going to be a swag for my lantern. One of them. And I got 4 bunches. So I have plenty. Look at the length of this. A lot of these little blossoms fall off. I can see that. Look at the length of these stems. Isn't that pretty? They'd be pretty on their own in a vase. And they may end up like that. Who knows? So, and then the other flower that you have to have in the springtime, lilacs. Don't you think they are beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. I think I have 2 different shades. Now these were $5.99 a piece. Ah, there you go. Look at that. Our first house, when we first got married, we lived in what you would call a carriage house on an estate. And it hadn't been lived in a number of years. And my husband and my future brother-in-law at the time repainted a lot of the inside and got it all cleaned up and everything. And it really, really was like a dollhouse. Absolutely precious. And the kitchen and the bathroom were about the size of, I guess you would say, a little downstairs bathroom. In other words, you couldn't get to the toilet in the bathroom without going in and shutting the door because you couldn't get between the tub and the door. But outside, there was a 12-foot hedge that went for a long way. I'd say, gosh, half a city block. It's not a city, but about that length. And it was all these beautiful flowers. Lilacs. And if you didn't think it smelled beautiful out there in this springtime, I mean, it was just lovely. If I have a picture, I'll insert it here. Don't know if I can find one, but I'm going to look. I don't think I have one of the lilacs in bloom, but you can see the hedge. So that's my haul from Michael's. I'm very pleased with both of these. The quality is lovely. Hold on a second, and I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put this 3-tiered tray where it belongs, and we'll take a look. Hang in there. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, it feels so springy and nice. And you see, it's in front of a mirror, so I always have to make it look good from the back as well as the front. So you'll see on the top shelf, there's a frog peeking at you. But on the middle shelf, there's a frog peeking at you in the mirror. And I like the fact that we brought that tulip up to the top too. Let's take a closer look. The bottom layer. And you see in the mirror, I love it. I love it. "27 days till spring," something like that. Getting closer. I'll be right back. Hang in there. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? I think it's just so pretty and so springy. I was amazed. I didn't realize until I tried it that I could get that bottom piece off. So I'll be able to use other things that are circular to go in the bottom tray. Anyway, and before you ask, I bought that three-tiered tray at a yard sale a couple of years ago. I think it was originally meant to go in like a craft room to put different products on. It is on like a Lazy Susan on the bottom, so you could turn it around and get all of your stuff. But I use it for my three-tiered tray in the kitchen. And it fits perfect in that little spot with the mirror. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. We do a lot of fun crafts, not always wreaths, but we do a lot of wreaths. And right now we're doing spring and summer episodes. I'll be doing some more decorating for the spring in my other rooms and finishing up the decorating in the kitchen. And I just think when I look at these, it just gives me a happy feeling. See, you can't grow these here in Florida. At least, I don't think you can. There are some plants that look a lot like them, but they're not the same. And they don't smell the same at all. By the way, I should tell you, just to show you how old I really am, that little house that we rented, it was on, like I said, it was a carriage house on an estate in the country. The town I grew up in had a lot of big estates in it, a lot of land grants from the King of England. It's an old Massachusetts town. And we paid for this 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with a pretty screened-in porch, $75 a month. Now, 58 years ago, that was a lot of money. But considering what people pay for rent now, and this was a house. Anyway and anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'll be back on Sunday. Sunday we're going to be doing another soup. This is our Super Sunday month. And I believe we're going to be doing a pasta fagioli. Now, there's as many recipes for that out there as there are people cooking them. But I have one that I found that I thought sounded kind of interesting because it had an ingredient that I've not seen before in some soups. So stay tuned on Sunday and enjoy the pasta fagioli. Until then, I hope everybody has a great afternoon. Stay safe, keep warm, keep dry. Hunker down in that cold air. You know, I'm going to be very quiet and say it's going to be 87 here today and humid. I didn't say that, did I? I'm sorry. But anyway, do have a good afternoon. Stay safe. Keep your distance where your masks are appropriate. Get your vaccines, please. And I'll see you on Sunday. And until then, everybody play nice now. See you. Love you. Bye.